Hello everybody. Please come in, take a seat. Stay over there for that bit. Yeah, stay. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Birger Lauersen. I'm Vice President of Euroheat and Power. Beside that, I'm also Manager of International Affairs in the Danish District Heating Association, but today I'm acting on behalf of Euroheat and Power. I'd like to welcome you all to this afternoon, and thank you for coming here to attend the Sustainable District Energy Conference, and we especially thank the Excellencies, Mr. Dietrich Becker, the German Ambassador to Iceland, Mr. Håkan Juholt, Swedish Ambassador to Iceland, Andres Magnusson, the Honorary Consul of Lithuanian Republic, and Dr. Margaret Jonsdotter, Spanish Honorary Vice Consul, for coming here today. The Global District Energy Climate Award ceremony wouldn't be possible without all the applicants and the local hosts of this ceremony, Samorka and Icelandic Geothermal Cluster. Special thanks also go to IEA, including their technology network, for their active involvement, and to the United Nations Environment Programme, UNEP, for their support, and last but not least, the evaluation panel, who volunteer their time and energy. But why we're here, let me just show you why I think this is important.
Mummy, does Google know what the world will be like in 100 years?
I'm afraid not even Google can answer that question. It's up to us. The climate crisis may be a global problem, but the best solutions often turn out to be local. And since more and more of us are moving to cities, this is where the bulk of the work needs to be done. Roughly 75% of Europeans live in cities. They account for most of our CO2 emissions and most of our energy consumption. And the biggest share of that consumption is for heating and cooling. That means finding ways to deliver sustainable and affordable heating and cooling to our cities is much more than a nice to have. It's a must. The good news is district heating and cooling networks can help. They use water, heated or cooled from a central source to keep our buildings comfortable. They've been around for over a century, but our grandparents' district heating network won't be enough to meet the climate and energy challenges of the 21st century. Our cities need something newer, something better, and it's coming. The energy we need to heat and cool our cities is usually a lot closer at hand than we might imagine. Modern thermal networks bring this concept to life, harvesting heat or cold from a wide range of sources, including the sun, the earth, the sea, industrial processes, data centers, and even our metro stations and sewage systems. They also work together with the electricity grid, providing cheap storage and a new route to market for renewable electricity and gas. By harnessing the power of data and artificial intelligence, the new generation of district heating grids are more flexible and efficient, providing customers with a first-class user experience and contributing to the emergence of greener, smarter, and more cost-effective energy system. The decisions we make today will determine the kind of world we'll be living in tomorrow. That's why the European district heating and cooling industry is committed to fully decarbonising our networks before 2050. We owe it to our communities, to our customers, and to our children. Heat networks won't save the world on their own, but they can help. One day, one building, one city at a time.
I couldn't agree more. This initiative, the Global District Energy Climate Award, aims to do exactly that at a global level. Generate broader awareness, greater adoption, and strengthen the importance of district energy and the movement towards clean, sustainable energy solutions. Let's hear from an evaluation panel member why it is so cool to be part of this great initiative and why it matters. Unfortunately, she cannot be here today, but she sent this little video message.
Hello everyone, my name is Riahi and I'm currently heading the Global District Energy and Cities Initiative at UNEP. I've had the privilege of leading UNEP's work in this field of district energy over the past 6 years, and I can honestly say I've come to love this technology. Even more importantly, I've come to believe in its potential to help create greener cities, more livable cities, and to make a major contribution to the biggest crisis our humanity has faced, which is climate change. For these reasons and many more, I'm really very disappointed that I'm unable to be with you in Reykjavik today, and I hope that this short video will go some way towards bridging the distance between us. As I'm sure many of you are well aware, not all district energy systems are created equal. They vary significantly in nature and in performance. We've seen examples of not so great networks, and as my friend Paul Voss often says, those don't help anyone. But something exciting is happening in this industry. As time goes by, we see fewer and fewer of those traditional systems and more of the kind of district energy networks that have the power to inspire us. From the integration of greener and ever more diverse sources of energy to the conception of more efficient and intelligent networks, district energy is evolving every day in order to meet the demands of customers, our cities, and our society. At best, it is an idea with the power to change the world. And that brings me to the 6th edition of the Global District Energy Climate Awards, an exciting opportunity to recognize and celebrate the very best that this industry has to offer. Although I'm not able to be with you in person, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations to all of the nominees. And of course, most of all, this year's winners. Having been lucky enough to see my fair share of projects up close, I know that the ambition, the effort, and the planning that goes into making successful projects a reality. Enjoy your celebrations, enjoy your success, and then get back to work and do it all over again. I know Euroheat and Power has just announced a commitment that Europe's district energy networks will be fully decarbonized by 2050. So we have no time to waste. Congratulations again, everyone, and on behalf of UNEP, I wish you all a wonderful event and continued success. I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lily, and a warm welcome also now to Dr. Robin Wiltshire. Robin taught high school physics for 10 years, then carried out research at University of Westminster, leading to a PhD in passive solar heat pump systems for houses. He then worked for 20 years at BRE until 2015, specializing in CHP and district heating and forming and leading the low carbon technologies team and becoming technical director. Since then, he has been combining teaching and lecturing with his work on district heating. Robin is the current chair of the International Energy Agency Technology Collaboration Program on district heating and cooling. And he's also the chair of the evaluation panel of the Global District Energy Climate Award. Robin, now the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Birger. Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, honoured guests. Great to see you all here, and great thanks also to the hosts here. So today we celebrate the winners of the 6th edition, as Lily reminded us, of this exciting non-profit making initiative. And it's worth noticing that all the partners and members actually carry out this initiative pro bono. But as with anything in life, it's neither possible nor desirable to do this thing all alone. In this regard, I would like to sincerely thank the prompt and thorough work of each of my partners on the assessment panel, and to actually let you know who those people are. Mr. John Dulac from the International Energy Agency Secretariat in Paris, the team behind the District Energy in Cities initiative, you heard already from Lily Riahi, but also I'd like to thank her colleagues, Zuelan Chen and Ms. Celia Martinez, and Mr. Alexander Shabarov, who is with the International Finance Corporation, and of course, district heating specialists, Mr. Michael Wiggin from Canada, Mr. Herko Ledenvirta from Finland. So collectively, there was really a wealth of experience to call upon. Collectively, I believe I can say with absolute confidence that all of us on the assessment panel found the review process absolutely fascinating. Reviewing all these innovative projects, each of them with their own particular characteristics. And I think that, you know, it is testament to the flexibility of district energy solutions to so many different geographical, climatic, and systemic circumstances. So we've got systems that themselves are encompassing a wide range of delivery temperatures, providing services, some to maybe hundreds of end users, but right up to tens of thousands of end users, and satisfying both cooling and heating demands. And here we are at, I think, around about 64 degrees north, if my school geography is not too far out, but as well as receiving applications from countries where heating remains the main priority, applications came this time from systems within the tropics. Consequently, I can reiterate that the assessment process was educational, enriching, and the applications were actually fun to review. The 6th edition then of the Global District Energy Climate Awards have seen really high caliber projects and systems. The quality of the applications was almost universally very high. And I would like to best demonstrate that with some of the comments that came from the review panel. Very attractive submission. Great system. Highly innovative and ambitious system. But wait a minute. I got all of those comments from submissions that did not actually win. So that actually demonstrates, I think, the level of the competition that the winners have actually successfully confronted. So overall, we've seen many innovative and ambitious systems doing great service to further improve the sector's image. And it was particularly encouraging, I think, to see more district cooling applications, confirming the growing importance of devising sustainable solutions to cooling as well as heating demands.
Thank you very much, Robin. So, without further ado, we will move on to handing out the awards. And the first category being awarded is Emerging Market. This category highlights the successful implementation of a district energy system which is demonstrably operational and based on an emerging district energy market. And now we come to the moment that everybody has been waiting for. Robin, who's the first winner?
Thank you, Birger. Well, the first category, emerging markets, it was not an easy one. There were great projects from around the world. For example, I could name Hong Kong, a really innovative and good system. However, the winner is the Barredo Colliery district heating in Mieres, Spain. Small but important community, making use of a local specific resource, and one which came out of a past history and heritage of this particular place, reflecting a radical transition and adapting those circumstances to fulfill a sustainable future. Many good features as well, like variable temperature supply to different customers and more.
Great. This is a great reward for a Spanish project. I'm glad to celebrate that with them. If the Honorary Consul has arrived, Dr. Margaret Jonsdotter, please come up here, together with the Global District Energy Awards winner in the 2019 category Emerging Market, Barredo Colliery District Heating, Mr. Juan Alvarez Jerez, Head of Renewable Energy Department at Kaunas, will present us more in detail. Please come up here. can, next slide.
Good evening. My name is Juan Alvarez, and it's an honor to be here today. The UNOSA company and I sincerely thank you for the District Heating Awards. First of all, I would like to show you where we come from. District Heating Barredo Colliery is located in Mieres. Mieres is a city in Asturias, in the north of Spain, as you could see on the map. In Asturias, coal mining started in the 16th century with Nerlau mine. During the last century, more than 2,000 mines and 73 mining collieries became active. As in other countries, coal mining is not only a profession, but also shaped the social relationship of the region and was a decisive factor in the historical events that took place in Asturias throughout contemporary history. UNOSA was founded in 1967 as a public company. It was made up of several private companies with serious financial problems. The company had both open pit and underground mining. And by 1969, he had almost 27,000 employees. But it's changed a lot since then. Since the 90s, UNOSA has been applying a policy of staff reduction with early retirements in order to adapt to the difficult condition of coal in the global context. Nowadays, UNOSA just has one active colliery, Nicolasa, an coal washing plant in Batam, and an electrical generation plant, La Pereda, all around Mieres. So there is no sale of coal abroad, and the staff has been drastically reduced. UNOSA's challenge is to convert a mining company into an energy company linked to the renewable energies. Biomass, eco-combustion, and geothermal energy are the keys of this chance. The aim is to continue to be a main factor in the economic development of mining regions, in order to make the energy transition a fair and socially responsible process. And one of these strong points is the geothermal resource. The geothermal energy related to mining activity is a renewable resource that paradoxically has been created artificially. The very intensive mining development has created a complex net of galleries, increasing the water infiltration and generating hydrological system that could be compared to a karst formation. When it was decided that the underground mines should be closed, it started the start of flooding. This resource is an innovative solution of circular economy, creating from a problem, the thermal pumping cost, a source of wealth and a sustainable resource. The District Heating Barredo Colliery project is located in all mining exploitation. The water is pumped from a network of interconnected collieries with more than 500 kilometers of galleries. The annual volumetric flow rate of extraction is 3.96 cubic hectometers with an average temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. Which is make it ideal for the geothermal use with heat pump technology. During the last few years, 4 projects have been developed in the Barredo Colliery. 3 of them are individual networks with heat pumps at the point of consumption, in picture left on the shaft. And the 4th is the new district heating that has been development during the past year. Here you can see the individual facilities. First, the buildings of the Álvarez Builla Hospital, which is the main consumer of the cooling and heating. Secondly, the building of the Research Center of the University of Oviedo. And finally, the Asturian Energy Foundation FIME. These facilities have a total installed power to 4 thermal megawatts, requiring 4 submersible pumps in the shaft. The new district heating provides domestic hot water and heating to 4 buildings. The main consumer is the building of the University of Oviedo. The rest of the buildings are the Bernaldo de Quirós High School and 2 residential buildings in the center of Mieres. This scheme shows the extraction well, located in the old mining shaft. In this building, 2 83 kilowatts each submersible pumps are installed, with a total capacity of 330 cubic meters per hour. A cell and tube exchanger transfer energy from the mine water circuit to the clean water circuit of the heat pumps. This picture shows the submersible pumps in the well and cell and the cell and tubes exchanger. In the room of the extraction machine is the new generation plant. Inside, there are 2 heat pumps of the brand Trane with a power of 1 megawatt each, and the impulsion system which consists in 3 networks. This picture shows the heat pumps and the impulsion system inside the building. As I said before, from the generation plant, 3 networks get out. 2 of them of high temperature to the university and the high school. Approx 75 and 80 Celsius degrees is required. And a low temperature circuit, 45 Celsius degrees for the residential buildings. The advantage of this project is that the maximum consumptions of the residential buildings, university and high school are not coincident in time, what allows to regulate the temperature of impulsion. So heat pumps operate with the lowest possible supply temperature to enhance efficiency. This efficiency can reach 5.8 COP in the best of scenarios. In any case, the all-natural gas boilers are conserved as backup to supply additional heat for the domestic hot water. However, the covered demand represents 86.5% to ensure double supply. From the environmental point of view, the savings in emission reduction are 653.27 CO2 tons per year, equivalent to a wooded area almost 80,000 square meters. In addition, by agreement, we guarantee that the necessary electrical energy comes from the renewable resources, as we can say that the district heating, Barredo Colliery, is a near zero installation. From here, I would like to show you how facilities were changed over the years as our company. Let me introduce the manager of energy from UNOSA, Felipe González, that will want to dedicate you some words.
Excellencies, authorities, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. First of all, let me congratulate you for organizing this event at the highest levels of participation and technical presentations, and of course for having invited us to participate. It's a pleasure to be here today. For us, talking about geothermal energy, about our modest geothermal energy with mine water, is at least provocative. The cradle of world geothermal energy has heard and rewarded our work in UNOSA, and the work UNOSA is doing in the field of renewable energies. UNOSA, a company which once was the largest Spanish coal company dependent on national government, today is transformation towards the energy world. So I'd like to thank the evaluation panel of the Global District Energy Climate Award that has selected our project. It's an honor for us being here to receive this award. That means a very strong support for our work. For this project that supports the transformation of a closure mine in a green energy resource, a new opportunity for those coal mines that were the economy that moved a world number on the industrial sector in our country. But I am not alone here. I only the visible head of the Direction of Energy and Business Development of our company, formed by more than 700 workers, which have unique and necessary challenges at the same time. Create a new business activity for those mining regions that refuse to die with the closure of his mines. Therefore, believe me when I tell you that this international recognition of our work career out in this field means a lot for me and for UNOSA. Not only pride, but also responsibility and commitment to move forward, working and defending the future of our company, its workers and our mining basins, which I invite you to visit. Who knows, maybe the next edition of these awards will take place in Asturias. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Juan and Felipe. So now we will hand out the awards. Can I please ask the Honorary Vice Consul, Dr. Margaret Jonsdottir, to join us up here, but I also like the President of Euroheat and Power, Dr. Werner Lutsch, to come up here, and all the colleagues of Juan and Felipe come up here to hand over the award, shake some hands, and have some photos taken. Oh. So, let's have some nice pictures here. Yep. Thank you very much. So, Robin, let's move on to the next category here. The next category is new scheme, which reflects the aspiration of a new district energy system, and those organizations that have an exciting vision and which have achieved a high level of energy efficiency through district energy systems. Who's up next, Robin?
Well, thanks, Birger. And again, I can say this is a particularly difficult one to choose from. But the winner, and in that regard, actually, I can just mention two outstanding projects. And although they didn't win this time, panel members and I would like to make a mention of the Northgate Alabang scheme near Manila in the Philippines. This district cooling project is the first largest energy efficiency cooling system in the Philippines, turning a green area into a whole green district. The cooling system plant was successfully commissioned in July 2017. It's providing cooling to 12 existing buildings, with 4 new buildings planned by 2020. All this to optimize energy supply, reduce energy consumption, and support economic development and lower environmental impact. But although it was an excellent project, one project actually scored higher, and that is ReUseHeat, excess heat recovery from the data center in Braunschweig, Germany. Good case of a growing number of projects recycling heat from data centers, and at the same time also being a great example of a low temperature system, which I believe is a really important development. And I think we heard earlier the importance of that migration towards lower temperatures. So, another great system, Birger.
Yes. Another great system. Please give a warm applause to the Global District Energy Climate Award winner 2019 in the category New Scheme ReUseHeat, Excess Heat Recovery from Data Center. Please give them a hand. I assume His Excellency the German Ambassador, but also Werner Lutsch, who is also Managing Director of the German Association, appreciates the fact that there's a German winner, or a German project has won come on top of the leaderboard. But now, without much further ado, please, Mr. Dominik Gehling and Ms. Marta Rutzka, please share with us some more details on ReUseHeat. So, let's move on here with the slides. Yeah, there you are.
So, thank you. We are very honored to present our project here in Reykjavik. It's a ReUseHeat project, a waste heat project, where we use the waste heat of a data center for a housing area. Let me shortly introduce you the ReUseHeat project, because it is not only one side. There are 4 demonstrators of waste heat founded by the European Union with the Horizon 2020 program. And we are only representing 2 partners. My colleague Marta Rutzka represents DistrictEnergy, the local energy supplier in Braunschweig, where the data center is located. And my name is Dominik Gehling, and I represent Veolia, Germany. So these 16 partners are located in 9 countries. And as I said before, we have 4 sites where we want to use the waste heat. One is in Nice, one in Berlin, one again in Spain, and the one in Braunschweig we want to present to you today. Let me give you a short introduction on the district heating network in Braunschweig. It's nearly 100 years old. It's kind of located all over the city. Nearly 50% of the waste what is supplied in the city is supplied by our district heating network. The heat is produced mostly in combined heat and power plants. And as you can see, the heat and power plants are all over the city. Some are bigger, some are smaller. Our project, our ReUseHeat project, is located to our newest housing area, what is connected to the district heating network, and by accident, there is a data center next to it. And our idea was, okay, there we have some heat, so it's actually a cooling project of the data center, and what can we do? And so we decided to make, to use the waste heat from the data center to provide most of the heat for the housing area, what is around there. Now for the actual team, I would like to hand over to my colleague Marta, and she will present you how it works and what is the technique behind it.
Thank you very much. So before I move to the technical concept of our project, first of all, I would like to answer a very common question. Why did we exactly focus on the data centers? So the fact is that there are more and more data centers, and their sizes are also growing, and each data center is consuming huge amount of electricity. And the IT equipments inside the data centers are transferring this electricity into the heat. And this heat must be removed from the computer rooms to avoid any potential damages to the IT equipment. And in many cases, most of the cases, this heat is simply released into the ambient air through so-called free cooling. But it is not our case in Braunschweig. Our data center is transferring its hot air into the cooling water cycle. Cooling water cycle is forwarding this heat outside of the data center and is supplying the heat pump. The cooling water cycle has temperature about 25 degrees, and our heat pump is boosting this temperature up to 70 degrees. Through our newly built low-temperature district heating network, we are forwarding this heat to our customers. They are newly built, energy-efficient housing units. There are about 600 of them. They are supplied with the 70 degrees heat. Probably lowering this temperature could be more efficient for the heat pump operation, but we couldn't go lower than 65 due to some sanitary Legionella requirements. We have also connection to the existing high-temperature district heating network. This is because our heat recovery is covering only the base load, and the peak load of the heat consumption in this area is covered then by the high-temperature district heating network. Such combination allowed us to obtain higher efficiency of the whole system. Here just a few pictures of our site, how it works right now. So on the left side, we have a data center and the energy station just in front. Some example of the housing units, as well as the day of the installation of the heat pump inside the energy station. Yeah, so that's how it works, how it looks right now. We are able to recover about 1,800 megawatt hours of energy per year. Considering the primary energy factors for electricity, because electricity is supplying our heat pump, and the district heating, we have calculated that we save about 1,300 megawatt hours of energy per year, which can be translated into 300 tons of CO2 per year savings. Thank you very much for being here with you tonight. If you have any questions about our project, we are always very happy to answer any questions. You can catch me or my colleague Dominic anytime. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dominic and Martha. I know that the Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany, Mr. Dietrich Birger, would like to say a few words. Mr. Birger, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, When I was asked to participate in this ceremony, I was particularly happy because it was somehow a dream of mine to stand in Reykjavik one day at such an audience and talk about it. I'll tell you a small story of my life. In 1989, I arrived in Reykjavik as a tourist, and I was invited to stay the night in a house in Reykjavik. And the proud owner of the house showed me his heating system. There was a pipe going into the heat in the house, and there was a pipe going out of the house. I was fascinated after I've seen the oil heating system of my parents. I found this much better. In 2008, I bought a house in Berlin, and we decided to put it on a district heating system as this was a little bit more climate friendly. And the German engineers installed a system where I thought I have a rocket engine in my basement. This was a little bit too much, I thought. Where is the small one pipe and another pipe? Why do we have all these other systems? And then I realized that German systems are very sophisticated. And then I always felt I would like to go to a country where I don't have heating shame, if I may create this word. And then I was very happy that I was posted to Iceland, because here I don't have heating shame, because when I turn on the heating system in my residency, it's not coal-fired. However, I looked into the basement of my house, the residency here in Reykjavik, and I was shocked, because we have a German heating system in it, hooked on the Icelandic system. I don't know whether this will going to be functioning, but it shows one thing to me. First of all, there must be dialogue between people on heating systems and cooling systems, especially district heating systems, and I'm very happy that you are the dialogue on these different systems. And I'm very happy now to be here in Reykjavik and to turn on the heating without heating shame. However, I'm particularly very, very happy to be here with you, because it's really an innovative project from Germany which receives this reward. I'm very happy of this. And I'm also happy because it's dealing with a data center. Because one thing I learned when I came to Iceland, that Iceland is perhaps the perfect place for data centers. And I was afraid that all the data centers might move away from Germany to Iceland, because there's free cooling. Especially today, I think there was free cooling. However, I'm very happy that data centers also can be used in Germany with an innovative system which is using the heat which is existing in these data centers, and this is not only given simply to the atmosphere. So thank you very much for this project, and I'm very happy that this project got the award of today, and congratulations to the winners, but also to all of you who are working on systems which are important, innovative to save our planet. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. Thank you very much, Ambassador. Please join Robin and Werner, Marta, and minor accident here.
Not an earthquake?
No, not an earthquake, don't panic. Yeah. So you found the right one, Ambassador? Good. Please hand them over.
Please, German system.
And a photo opportunity. So, thank you very much. Thank you. So, Robin, we're ready to the next category. The next category is modernization. This category recognizes the district energy system that had the most positive impact in terms of effectiveness and efficiency after implementing the modernization. Aspects of modernization may be technical, managerial, or operational. So, Robin, who's the leader this time?
This time, we have a clear winner.
Ta-da!
And the winner is Kaunas district heating system in Lithuania. And again, a great achievement, really impressive switch from using fossil fuels to renewables, again, totally in tune with where we see the district heating market going. And again, something that makes me, coming from the UK, a little bit jealous. This is serving more than 100,000 customers, so a really citywide scheme. Supply and distribution system improvements with substantial upgrades in standards have accompanied that move in line with significant overall modernisation. So a great example for cities for the future of what can be done in transition.
Good. Thank you very much. Please give a warm applause to Global District Energy Award Climate winner 2019, category Modernisation, Kaunas District Heating System. I'm sure that the Lithuanian Honorary Consul, Mr. Andres Magnusson, will join me in saying that it's a great achievement. And now we would like to welcome Mr. Ydris Staselka, Project Manager at AB Kauno Energia, who will share some insights into this project. So please come up here, Ydris. The floor is yours. Just push your way through.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. It's a great pleasure and also a great honor to be here and to know that the efforts of our company were appreciated. I came together with my colleague Rimas Perevičius, who is a commercial director of our company. So he will join me in my presentation, but I would like to shortly introduce what has been done in our city, in our district heating sector. Our city is the second largest city in Lithuania, and of course we have a second share in the district heating market of the whole country. Our company is the only district heating company which is listed in Nasdaq Stock Exchange, but we also have some private shareholders. We are mainly, our main shareholder is Kaunas municipality and two other municipalities, and as I said, we have some private shareholders. We are operating in the city of Kaunas, in Kaunas district, and also in the city of Jurbarkas. And as I said, municipalities of those three municipal administrations are our shareholders. This is what we do. We have some boiler plants. Capacities of them are shown here. And we serve approximately 120,000 customers, especially 116,000 households and approximately 3,500 businesses. This graph shows district heat sales in Kaunas starting from 1963, when the district heating was started to install in Kaunas. So as you can see, consumption and sales of district heat increased up to 1988, and then when the industry started to shrink, also the consumption started to decrease, and now it consists approximately of 1,400 gigawatt hours. Up to 2012, our main heat production source, heat production facility was sold to Russian company Gazprom, and our company Kauno Energia was mainly like a distribution company. We almost did not produce any heat, just in some small networks. But as the prices in gas decreased radically, so the prices of heat also increased radically, and emissions of CO2 were, as you can see, more than 29,000 tons in 2012. So something needs to be done. And what was done here? Here you can see pictures how we destroyed some old boilers, steam boilers from Soviet times, and installed new biomass combustion boilers in our Petrašiūnai power plant. Then we modernized our boiler plant Inkaras, where we also installed 2 biomass boilers of 20 megawatt capacity. The same has been done in our boiler plant Šilkas, and the same has been done in Jurbarkas city, and the same has been done in our district boiler plant Noreikiškės, and in Ežerėlis, small town also in Kaunas district. What we have done else is that we modernize and replace pipelines yearly. These are the lengths of modernized pipelines yearly, starting from 2012. And after all these efforts, here you can see the fuel usage in our company. As you can see, in 2012, our heat was mainly produced from natural gas. Then the fuel balance started to change. And last year, we had less than 30% of usage of natural gas. And 2 past years, you can see that this share was less than 20%. Here, this graph shows some technological losses that are already decreasing. This graph shows fuel usage for production of 1 megawatt hour. And as it was said in earlier presentation of Mr. Valdas Lukoševičius, our president of District Heating Association, in Lithuania we have some regulations that allowed 2 independent heat producers to come into the market and to start produce the heat. So 11 independent heat producers came to Kaunas. They built also their own boiler houses and started to produce heat and sell this heat to our company. We distribute this heat also to our customers. Here are the locations of our boiler plants, and this graph shows how looks fuel usage in Kaunas last year, including our facilities and independent heat producers' facilities. So we already have 90% of renewables in our heat production in Kaunas. As you know, EU's target, if I know correctly, is 90% until 2030. So we have 90% already. And also these efforts made our emissions of CO2 to decrease from 29,000 to 21,000 tons. And also, which is very important for us, that the average price of heat also decreased for our customers, even in a half. So that's it.
Thank you.
My colleague.
Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a high honor and big pleasure for us to be here tonight. I think we made a great job making atmosphere in our city much better. In this case, I thank you, municipality of Kaunas. I thank management and all my colleagues of company DistrictEnergy, of course, District Heating Association of Lithuania, of course, special thanks to an evaluation panel, and thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and may I ask, thank you to Idris, and before moving on to the next category, may I ask the Honorary Consul of the Republic of Lithuania, Mr. Andres Magnusson, to join us up here, and together with Robin and Werner, please go there and have your reward, and also have a few photos taken.
So. Across here? Yeah.
So, be a little more together for a good photo here. So thank you very much. Let's give a hand again to Kaunas for their award for modernization. So Robin, we're moving on to the category of expansion. And this category awards the district energy system that expanded to a new area or a sector with excellence and delivers after the expansion significant benefits to stakeholders, including the wider community. Robin, tell us some more.
Happy to do so. And the winner is Öresundskraft District Cooling Scheme, Helsingborg, Sweden. So Öresundskraft Cooling has been in operation since 1999, but has now expanded to 30 megawatts cooling capacity. They're using the sea for cooling, which again, coming from the UK, I'm thinking we do learn something there. And in doubling the output while reducing emissions, I think it really is another great example in this succession of winners, a truly sustainable expansion scheme.
Yep. Thank you very much. Please give a warm applause to the winner, Martin Toft from Öresundskraft, who will present us what they have done in Helsingborg. For those of you who may not know yet, Sweden excels as considering heat and cold networks as the way forward for their future heating and cooling network demands. So please, Martin.
Thank you very much. We stop here, so like this. Okay. Dear ambassadors, colleagues in the energy business and conference delegates and ladies and gentlemen, we are very happy to be here. I will now show you some slideshows from the project, and it will be rolling here while I'm speaking, so it will change, but please listen to me also a little bit. Okay, so I start now. On behalf of Öresundskraft and the city of Helsingborg, it is with great pride and I accept this award, Global District Energy Climate Award in the expansion category. We accept the pride with pride and joy because when we look around in in the excellent application for this prize, 15 highly profiled smart applications, and our wins is remarkable. That we, a small company in the southwest of Sweden, could receive such a prestigious prize, that is in a global competition. That is awesome for us. I will later on show you a little bit video from our city, but we will put this in a content. Öresundskraft was founded in 1859, and for hundreds of years we were dependent on fossil fuels for our production of gas, electricity, and heat. In the 1960s, we started DistrictHeating, and in 1974, we did something important happened here, and we connected with the local chemical plant that they have excess heat from their chemical processes and heat previously dumped as waste. District heating has made it possible for us to move away from oil, coal and gas, and instead we gradually introduce secondary resources such as recycled industrial heat, heat in wastewater, solid waste and biofuels. And today we are basically new fossil fuels in our production of heat and electricity. It is said that success breeds success, and the expansion of our district cooling is a point in case. Our old system from 1999 was recently re-engineered to allow for an expansion of 30 megawatts of cooling capacity, whilst improving energy efficiency and environmental performance. Our new district cooling system uses less primary energy. It is driven by excess heat from district heating during the summer, and it's cooled by the seawater. It also reduces greenhouse gases and eliminating hydrofluorocarbons as a refrigerant. So, to conclude, my sense of pride before this award is an understanding that even if you are a small player on the global arena, you can make a local difference. And together with many local projects from different places in the world, Finland, Philippines, Canada, and Hong Kong, we can make a difference. So this, I believe, it is true value of this award is that the message I will carry back to Helsingborg in Sweden with pride. So from the bottom of my heart and to all of you, thank you very much for this award. And I will now show you a video coming from our town.
In Helsingborg, Sweden, district cooling replaces traditional cooling. In offices and commercial buildings, internal chillers are replaced by a single external source. Fewer chillers means less refrigerants such as hydrofluorocarbons, a short-lived climate pollutant. Fewer chillers also means lower power consumption and less CO2. Instead, cooled water is pumped in underground pipes to customers. So exactly how is district cooling better?
Our large-scale production of district cooling will be powered by heat. That's right, we will use heat to power our cooling machines. And that heat comes from, among others, the local industry here in Helsingborg. In addition, we will use cold seawater. It will, during summertime, be used as coolant in our production equipment, and in wintertime be exchanged directly to district cooling. By using seawater and by powering our equipment with recycled heat, we are able to double our production of district cooling while significantly reduce emissions of short-lived climate pollutants and our overall carbon footprint.
Helsingborg's district cooling is expected to eliminate the equivalent of about 1,200 tons of CO2. The expansion of district cooling in Helsingborg is the first step in a €5.5 million investment, providing a comfortable indoor climate in offices, shops, and other commercial buildings.
Today, our carbon footprint per capita from heating is among the lowest in Europe, And with our district cooling expansion, we're now aiming to reduce the footprint from cooling as well. All in line with the city's vision to become a creative, vibrant, united, global and balanced city by 2035.
Thank you very much. But before we move on to handing out the awards, I know the Swedish ambassador, Mr. Håkan Juholt, would like to say a few words. Mr. Juholt.
Thank you. This will not be a long speech. Ladies and gentlemen, as Swedes, we are often asked, do you know ABBA? Do you know Björn, Benny? Do you know Agneta, Anne-Britt? Do you know Björn Borg? Or do you know Zlatan Ibrahimovic? But nowadays, we must to get used to another question. Do you know Greta? Do you know Greta Thunberg? Me personally, I'm proud of what she's done, the demonstrations and the climate debate that she created globally and inspired and gathered millions of young people all over the world. But one thing must be very clear and never forget in their message. It is up to our generation to solve the climate crisis. And the strongest responsibilities to do that is, of course, in the hands of lawmakers, but also in the hands of business. In Sweden, my country, as in other countries, the energy sector is the front runner in transformation the society into a fossil-free world, with use of biofuel and waste plants. And one of many examples of this is Öresundskraft from the beautiful city of Helsingborg. So on behalf of the Swedish government, I would like to congratulate Öresundskraft to this prestigious award. We are proud of you. You are making our world a better place to live. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ambassador. Thank you, Martin. So can we have Martin's colleagues up here, and can you together please accept the award handed out by Robin?
So.
Well, I can take it.
Someone's got to take it.
Thank you very much, everybody.
And maybe you can move over to the photo area over there. And while they have their photo taken, I can just recall another Swedish project, you could say, or product. That is Professor Sven Werner, who some years ago started counting district heating schemes in Europe. And he found out there was between 6,000 and 7,000 individual systems in Europe. And one thing he said was, they are all different. And the fact that they are all different also, to some extent, reflects on one of the tasks that has been very difficult for the evaluation committee. And that is that it's difficult to operate with categories when it comes to district energy schemes because they are all so individually different. So we have a sort of at the end, we have a final category, you can say, out of the box. That sort of captures the applications that don't quite fit into previous categories, but that show true excellence in sustainability and innovation in district energy. So they are awarded in the category out of the box. So Robin, can you please tell us, what did you find and pulled out of the box?
Well, there is indeed excellence which can't be fitted into a specific category, but is really substantial and shouldn't be hidden away. So this category actually saw many good applications and innovations. On top of the leaderboard, though, developing renewable district cooling at the scale of the university campus from the University of the Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia. So it's quite a long name, perhaps reflecting that within this category, looking at this particular scheme, I could say that where it really scores is through integration of a number of different elements. So specifically, integrated cooling plants, rooftop solar, chilled water storage, all those elements could be researches in their own right. So I think as well as being a great example of a sustainable cooling project, it's also a great example of integration, all implemented through an innovative public-private partnership business model.
Applause to them. And welcome to the floor of the out-of-the-box winner. The project will be presented by Angel Andrew from Veolia. So please, the floor is yours, and it is already there. It's ready for you. Thank you.
Thank you, authorities, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor and pleasure to be here today. I've been working in the district energy business for more than 15 years and really looking at the different projects, the innovation that they present. Really, I think we are moving in the right direction. So to start my presentation, maybe a short video that can reflect our project.
Universities have a large energy footprint, and the University of the Sunshine Coast wanted to tackle that and reduce that expense and also look at leading in environmental sustainability.
USC is the first in the country to implement a thermal energy storage battery that is powered by renewables.
Well, the project came about as a result of USC's desire to be carbon neutral and the development of that carbon management plan. We worked collaboratively with the university to develop a new concept for the storage of the renewables energy.
We believe that this system will reduce as much as 40% of our energy usage, and that obviously is a substantial amount of the university's overall carbon emissions footprint.
To me, this is an opportunity for our university to have a leadership role in sustainability for the entire region.
This is uncharted territory for both USC and Veolia in the Australian landscape in universities. USC is paving the way for that new business model in renewables and zero emissions.
We can really see that the university is practicing what it preaches. It's actually making the change that we've been advocating for in the wider world for some time. So it's very exciting.
And I can see walking around the university and liaising with students and staff that everyone is really, really proud of this project.
It's very exciting because I think we have the opportunity to teach the younger generation within the university environment that the environmental challenges faced by the planet can be solved.
Okay. Thank you. So just a few highlights of the project just to set. That is the situation from the start point in which the university has their own district cooling system to feed the 15 buildings, 1.6 kilometers of pipes, 9 megawatts in installed power, and the demand over 10,000 megawatts per hour. That's the present situation. And why the program? What are really the targets that both the university and Veolia share? And really, they are something that is really important. From the Paris Agreement, the COP21, Veolia takes some commitments internally and make a dedicated plan in trying to reach the objectives of the 2 degrees. So we put some structures and some commitments in trying to reduce our carbon per feed activities that all not the time are our activities, but also from our clients. And at the same time, the university has really a challenging approach and trying to be carbon neutral by 2025. So these two vectors aligned with a very nice relationship that we have with the university make that we work together in trying to find the solution. In terms of the technical solutions, is something that today the technology allows us to do that. It's just in trying to produce the electricity we need for the chillers. So we put a new central plant with new chillers that are much more efficient and also eco-friendly. We put the
PV panels, around 2 megawatts, that is 6,500 panels. And we also do something in terms of trying to improve the performance and the use of the energy inside the buildings. Here are some pictures of the PV panels and also the cold storage tank. We decided to do that instead of just trying to put electrical batteries, that is the most usual and most common, in trying to move that to thermal storage. We think it's, for the future and other projects, it's a good improvement. So in terms of the business model, also there are some challenges and some good things, because starting with an open book partnership, we try to find how we are going to do the investments, how we're going to be paid. So we found at the end a very nice structure of a design, build, own, operate, and transfer, in which we are going to be paid by the energy produced, but in a very clear and open way, so really the university is aware of all the cost and so on. So I think it's also, from this kind of the business model, something that we can use and replicate in the future. Finally, maybe about the achievements, they are different. One of them at the very beginning is the reduction of the main use of emissions from the university. Also about, in terms of the CO2 emissions, we are going to reduce in the 25 years of the project more than 100,000. That it's incredible, but also we have done something in terms of the water and trying to make better use of the water in the cooling towers with water treatment and so on. And also put the first steps in something that we are working for the future with the university, but we start talking about the electrical vehicles. So at the meantime, we set up this charging base for the electrical vehicles. So thank you very much. And
thank you very much. Thank you very much, Angel. So please join Robin and Werner over there for the handout of the awards and a nice photo. So thank you very much, gentlemen.
Great, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 6th Global District Energy Climate Award ceremony. Please join me in thanking the Sustainable District Energy Conference team for hosting the ceremony, Robin as well as all the members of the evaluation panel for their contribution, and congratulations once again to all the winners for their fantastic projects. Thank you for attending, and we look forward to continuing celebrating with you at tonight's dinner. In the meantime, discover the local projects at the field trips. Buses will be outside here. Maybe they're already there, but they will be there at 1:30, which is about 13 minutes from now. And in the meantime, but also, if you have any questions, please ask the staff of the registration desk. So see you tonight. Tonight there will be a dinner. It's 2.5 kilometers away here. You will have to organize your own transport both ways. And I have asked specifically what the dress code is for tonight, and it's nice but no ties. So thank you very much. Anything else? No more details. Thank you very much. Go and enjoy your coffee perhaps. Thank you.